Hey, 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 welcome to Sit With Me. My name is Marie Gomez, as always. How you guys doing? Actually, is good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from, right? I didn't forget. I hope you guys are doing okay. I've missed you. What is it? I was not here last week. I was here the previous week. Yes, I was. And you know what, yeah? Because I said it's gonna be every week. I think we're gonna do every other week now. Only because I want you guys to miss me, I like the feeling when you guys message me, where's the show today? So of course we apologize, we were supposed to be on last week, but last minute, um, you know, inconveniences, we had to cancel the interview to today. Okay. Of course, you guys can see on the screen a beautiful lady, scrumptious, edible woman. Okay. On the screen, as we always do, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. And yes, hello.
Hi, Marie. I'm happy to be here.
You know what?
I'm very excited to be here. It's been a long time coming, so
It has.
I'm glad I finally made it.
It really has. Last time we had an interview was on radio.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
That was a good.
That was ages.
That was a good couple of years back.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years back. How you doing? Please introduce yourself for those that don't know who you are.
My name is RAMATU. I'm a Sierra Leonean based in the UK. I'm an actress, and I'm the last born of 5. And at the moment, I'm working as a procurement analyst. Yeah.
That's a
basic.
That's the basic. Well, I didn't know you were one of 5.
Oh, yes, I'm the last born of 5. Like,
I did not know that. Why did I not know that?
Yeah, I'm the last.
That's good.
Are you serious, Marie?
I'm seriously serious. I did not know you were the last. Oh, you was the last born, and that you was one of 5. And I bet you after we're going to ask the group. Nobody knew except Florence.
Florence didn't even know. I'm not sure. Nobody knows anyway in that.
See,
group,
so you can't cut off my neck for that.
No, I won't worry about it.
You work in the NHS as well?
Yes.
Oh, what do you as what? Doing what?
I work in procurement.
Care to elaborate? Because I don't even know the word.
Oh, Marie. But if I ask you now, what is how do you call it? Like, for example, a light, a mic, all of these things, what
of
they are.
Course. That's my department.
Okay, so basically, to make it very simple for you, procure means to buy.
Right.
So I'll say I buy stuff.
Okay. Like PPE and stuff like that for
PPE, whatever they need in the hospital, stuff like
that. Okay.
So that's what procurement is. You procure, you go out there and you source. Just so that you understand.
I now understand. No English. I have to make it very simple for me to understand what is really going on. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get into the interview. It's a very chilled, relaxed show. We just want to know about you, your background, projects you've done in the past, what you've got coming up. Just very chilled. Not guys. Can I just say, me and RAMATU, we're friends. So in case we actually have yeah, that you don't understand, it's okay. All right, because we understand ourselves. All right. Yeah. Okay, so you've told us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your background.
Education background. Okay, so basically I was born and raised in Sierra Leone till I was like let's say 9 years old during the war, and then we relocated to the Gambia, and I was like 9 years old, and then after that I went back to Sierra Leone, and then traveled to the UK, and I've been here for let's say over 10 years now. So education wise, so back home I was in a business school. I had a diploma in business management, and when I moved here, I have to start all over again. You know, the system is not the same. So I went back to school, went from college, and then did my degree, did my master's. So before all this, I went into acting. That's where I met you, obviously. And I took a long break, probably like 7 years or more. And I went back to school during that period, and then here I am.
Nice. Tell us, what would RAMATU do when she's not working? What do you do when you're not working?
So if I'm not working, I'll probably be cooking or watching movies. I'm a big fan of Netflix. I think they should be charging me more anyway.
They should be paying you for watching more than
they should be paying me for watching.
They should be paying you for watching.
That's my typical weekend. Yeah, and my evenings.
That's every weekend.
Like. Every weekend, I'm a Netflix baby.
Okay. When is your birthday? Can I ask that? When is your birthday?
My birthday is on the 17th of December.
So what is that?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's that sign? What are those people like? What are you people like?
To be very honest with you,
you don't know.
I don't really believe in those things, but I've read a few things. We are really nice people, and we have a big heart, I'll tell you, and we like to enjoy. And those things I'll probably say, okay. So yeah, it might be true, but I just don't believe in signs anyway.
Okay, that's fair enough. What gets RAMATU angry? Because mind you, since I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you angry.
No. I think you have to be like really close to me, like really, really close, for us to get to that point where you annoy me. But let's say on a normal level, I would say I hate people that like to take advantage of others. So let's say if you try to take advantage of me, definitely that will really get me pissed off, I'll tell you. Because I'm a very down-to-earth person, very patient. So for me to get to that point, know that you must have really done something bad.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I've known you for 9 years and you've never seen me
angry. Once. Not even on set.
That means you've not pushed me, so don't try me.
Because you said that, I would try you. Oh my God. She shouldn't have said that. She should have said that. Oh, because now I'll take it as a challenge to annoy you. Now I'll take it as a challenge. What keeps you motivated?
I think my mom. I would say the reason why is because she means everything to me. So me being around her, me listening to her, me just following her footsteps keeps me motivated, because my mom is like the nicest person, the most down to earth, the most patient, the most loving, the most caring. My mom would actually give her life for someone. Let me just say her kids, basically. So she can do anything for those that she loves. So always trying to do things. And also, one thing I would say is I'm always scared of letting her down. So that is where I get my motivation from in life. You know, I just want to be better. I just want to do better. So it's really hard to do better than my mom, even in terms of cooking. Sometimes I cook some stuff and I'm like, oh my God, can this just be better than my mom's? So it's like, she's one person that inspires me. So definitely my motivation comes from my mom.
Is there a particular reason why, I know, of course, you know, moms that motivate some. Let me not say all moms. Some moms motivate their kids, especially coming from an African background. Obviously, based on what you've said, she's 100% supportive with your acting. Is there a particular reason why she is? Because I know how close you guys are, right?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows, right? Is there a particular reason why you guys are that close and that she motivates you?
All right.
Not just because she's your mom.
Yeah,
I
first of
don't
all,
want to say
she's my mom.
I
First
know
of all,
that.
she's my mom, number one. And secondly, I think I've been so blessed and so lucky. The fact being that my mom, she's not only my mom, she's like my best friend. She listens, she advises, she doesn't judge. So my mom is that one person that I can tell anything. I can just be honest. I can completely be me. I can be free. So that's where my motivation lies, because of the fact that we have that type of a relationship. So it's like we're friends, but at the same time, she's my mom. So it's like I look up to her in one hand, and on the other hand, I'm trying not to disappoint her, as I said earlier on. So it's like, it's a bit kind of like awkward in between, you know?
Yeah.
She's my best friend, but she's my mom. So I always have to like hold on to those two. It's really amazing anyway. Everybody that knows me knows my relationship with my mom. So yeah.
I know. She's better than you.
No problem.
Hey, you accept that one, Abby?
No problem. Everybody says that, so I will not argue.
Okay, so you were born in Sierra Leone. You grew up between Sierra Leone, Gambia, and the UK.
Yeah.
But you're a Nollywood actress.
Yeah.
How? Why entertainment, and more specifically, why acting?
I would say I've always wanted to be an actress, you know, and I think where the inspiration came from first, while I was growing up, I can remember. I think I was like probably 12, 13 years old, and I could remember then that I used to look like in so much. And out there, people see me and they say, "Oh, she looks like Ini. She looks like Ini." I'm like, okay, that's fine. So if I look like Ini, I could actually become somebody like Ini, you know. And then I moved to the UK, and of course, Nollywood UK, they are like very accommodating, because the fact that there are so many nationalities. So I just thought I could fit in easily. And yeah, that's where it all started from the beginning. Of course, you know where we started from. Of course.
I'm going to, I know, but other people don't know, right? So, how was it like coming into the UK Nollywood Festival? We'll cross over in a bit to Nigeria.
Okay.
But how was it like being in the UK Nollywood, being from Sierra Leone as well? How you felt when you came in, etc. Like within the industry, of course.
Okay. For me, I would say it wasn't that much of an issue there, because for some people it takes them a while to actually like break in, or even have an opportunity to even start. So the first, I think it was Collins Achipiers, you know, he's like my adopted dad, and he took me to a premiere, and I was like, okay, I think this is something I can do. And then he was actually in the industry, so he now introduced me to Nelson, and Nelson was the one that gave me my first role, basically. So
What was
that's
your
where
first?
London and where I met you, obviously.
Right. So I'm not sure if we have that clip. We should. I'm not sure.
No, we don't.
But tell us about London Award, the experience. Was that your first time being on a movie production? How was that whole experience like for you?
I would say it's not the ideal first experience, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were so many people on set and it was my first time. I was nervous. I didn't know anybody. So it just added a bit of a pressure on me, I would say. But it was a good experience. I learned a lot from that set, honestly, to be very honest with you, because it wasn't as professionally done as my other sets. So it was, I would say,
After
pardon?
that, was it after that? Because at that time, did you have
Yeah,
any other production to compare it to?
no.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, I learned from that one
Yeah.
because like everything was, was new to me. I would say everything was new to me. So it wasn't an ideal first experience, I'll tell you. But
Yeah.
from there, my next project, I get to see how things are done properly, I would say.
What was the one thing that that first project has taught you until now that you carry with you?
I would say I would just say from that project, I just learned that you have to take your job seriously because
Yeah.
if you are on set to get the job done, just do it. Just be professional throughout. And yeah, it wasn't really, as I said, my ideal experience of a movie set, but I learned a lot.
Okay. It's time to get serious now, isn't it, guys? I bet you're thinking, okay, what was it? I actually have a question on what was it that was not done, or how was it not professional in
Mary,
your
please
opinion?
don't,
It's a
don't.
it's a question, boo. It's a question, baby.
Mary, don't, because you were
I'm
on that
going
set.
with
You are
what
trying to
people
put me
are
on the
sending.
spot, and I can
It's
feel
not,
it. You are,
no, do you know what it is?
you
It's
are
not
trying
putting.
to put me in trouble.
I'm not going to put you in trouble. Do you know why? Because you're helping others that are coming up know what to look out for when they're on sets, or the first time they're being on sets, because the first time you're on set, and how the industry works, sometimes it can blind somebody, right? Because you want something so bad, you tend to accept anything. If it's your
Yeah.
first set, you tend to think everything that they are doing is right, because sometimes the people that you meet on set have more experience, or they're friends on the set, so everyone's gelling and you think what they're doing is actually professional. I'm going to back you on this. That set was not my first set. It was 100% not professional at all. We didn't have a script. I will say it. We didn't have a script. We were improvising. Every single scene was an improvisation, right? So for you, how would you, and listen, after this, I'm even going to send him the video, okay? So he can see. You understand?
You
Because
see your problem.
the thing is, he's not someone that I keep things from. I'm able to let him know what I feel. And even with this project, and I'm not sure if Eleanor's watching. If she is, please bear me witness.
Olivia is watching.
Or
Olivia
Olivia
as
is
well.
watching,
Olivia was
or
on
even
it.
Braun is
Obron
watching.
was on it as well. Yeah.
You know, with on I actually said to him, we need a script. We cannot, because somebody, like, when you go back and you watch the things, some of the things that I said, you're like, okay, So just for learning's sake, because now you're more experienced, now you know more stuff, etc. What was it, or rather, let's just focus on one thing. What was that one thing that now looking back at it, you're like, okay, this was not professional at all?
Okay. So as you mentioned, there was no script.
Yeah.
Now, I would say before I go to any set, I know exactly what I'm doing, what role
Yes.
I'm playing. I'm playing,
Yeah.
sorry, and I have to be paid, of course, for my time, because now my time is very, very precious. I really don't
Yeah.
joke with that. So now I would prefer things to be done a bit more professional than what it was then. Then I was told, okay, you have like 4 or 5 scenes, and then I was there. You'll be there from morning till night without shooting no scenes, and then you have like 20 people on set. It was total chaos. Total chaos. You were there, so you know exactly how I felt. So now let's just move on from that one, please.
We cannot move on. We cannot move on. No, I'm joking. Okay. So, what was your next set? What was the? But actually, let's play one of your videos, and then when we come back, think about it during the break of the video. Yes. Okay. Guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna play one of.
What do you believe in a relationship?
Commitment, honesty, true love, no hidden secrets. Be respectful and truthful to one another. If you really love someone, you must try to win his or her heart.
So if you want to build a relationship, can you do that?
Yes, with all my heart.
Speaking of which, what's up with you and that cutie you're trying to avoid?
Hey, I'm not trying to avoid him. I'm only staying in my lane.
Really? Out with it? Out with it?
You know me too well. You know what? I don't know. I am avoiding him. I kind of feel like he's coming on too strong. Why are you laughing?
Is that a bad thing?
It's not?
No, it's not. Like, I would jump at an opportunity to be with a cute guy like him.
Okay, you can have him then.
No, thank you. It's you he wants.
No attention. That is not the kind of guy worthy of my affection.
It's probably in a meeting. Meeting Oshimoni. What kind of meeting is that? That he cannot send an SMS or reply my call. Since 3:30, look at the time. Show her there. Is it not better for one not to even have children than to have children that will not listen to your advice? They don't even care about how you feel. Show them. Nika, calm down, because this is one of the reasons why I said for you people, come on.
I don't really know what is wrong with Mr. Johnson. That man is really pissing me off. He does not take his medications. It will not allow me to test his blood sugar. Like, I don't really know what to do about him right now. Mona, huh? I have been talking to you.
Oh, I heard you. Trust me.
What was the last thing I said? You see? You don't even have a word in your defense. I wish I would have snatched him when I had the chance.
Hey, listen. Back off, woman. It's all mine.
Whatever. Listen, girl. When the wedding bells ring, that's your little product.
Okay, you know what? That is my cue. I gotta go.
We are here to see you. Please show yourself.
I will ask you a simple question. What?
Decide to go out with you. So, what do I get in return?
Right now.
It's not good to cheat on your husband, for God's sake.
Not
Ready?
Thank you.
Pretty, isn't she?
Huh?
The waitress. She's beautiful, right?
She's not bad.
That's it. That's what you're gonna say.
What do you want me to say?
Come on, don't just brush it off like that. I saw you looking at her. She's a pretty chick. Just admit it.
Whatever you say.
That's not an answer.
What is your problem, Laura? Why can't we just enjoy the dinner?
Are you gonna answer my question or not? Prettier than me?
How about we just stop talking about this?
Why are you snapping at me?
Because it just seemed like you're drifting into the fantasy world. And I'm here.
Hey, wow. Wow. I mean, the comments, see good acting, I'm watching, I need to know. Right. Afterwards, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pin some of her films that were in that clip. And you guys can go and find the film and watch it, of course, because I'm having, where can I find the film? Where can I find the film? Housewives are girlfriends. Florence, thank you very much for letting us know his housewives are girlfriends. Thank you. Right. Okay. So if I'm guessing correctly, the first clip is from Perfect Plan 2. Right? Was that your second set? Did you remember your second set?
To be very honest with you, I can't remember my second set.
Oh gosh, this is how much
like since 2013.
That's what I'm saying. All right,
I can't remember my second set, but what I can remember is Perfect Plan was my first major kind of role.
That's where we're getting to. So Perfect Plan 2 was your debut, I would say. That's what they call it.
My first lead role.
That was your first.
Yeah, that was my
first lead role. Okay. How was first of all, how did you decide on taking up the script? Why did you decide to go for Perfect Plan 2?
Okay, so first of all, the Perfect Plan 1 was shot before that, and it was premiered here in the UK. So I saw it and I liked it, and of course the director and the producer Adeyemi Landa, he's a Sierra Leonean and we're friends on Facebook. So I think we were having like a chat and I was like, oh my God, I said, I really liked the movie, I liked the story, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, I'm actually working on the second script. I was like, okay. He said, there's a part 2. And I've been thinking that if it's something you might want to consider, I said, because I'll be happy to have you to do the role. I was like, okay, of course. It was a lead role and it was my first time. So I said, okay. And I read the script and it was amazing. And I couldn't say no. So I had to accept the script, definitely. And I went to the US for the shooting.
Emphasis on US. Guys asking if you can answer questions. Yes, those that are watching, you can ask questions, and of course it'll either be on the screen or I'll just ask RAMATU based on the questions that are being shown up. Okay, so what was your character like? And do you think RAMATU and the character had any similarity? And what did you do to prepare for that role, seeing that it was your first major role?
Oh God, I'll tell you, it wasn't easy because imagine doing like 4 or 5 scenes in a movie to having over 20-something scenes. Or even more. It wasn't easy. And the fact that I was coming from the UK, I had to like be prepared, and then just show them what we've got here. You understand now? I cannot just go there anyhow. So yeah, and I had to learn my lines, rehearse, practice. It wasn't easy at all, I'll tell you. And one thing that I was happy about was the fact that the producer is really good and he was really patient. And another thing as well, the character, her name is Priyanka.
Her name is
Priyanka. This is it. So
Priyanka?
Priyanka, the Indian
Priyanka.
name. Priyanka
Okay.
Chopra. I think this this is funny. The producer, I think he likes Priyanka Chopra. So he said to me while he was doing the script, the name just, he just thought about the name basically and decided to call the character Priyanka. The first time I heard it, I thought it was funny because like a Black woman, an African, being called Priyanka. It didn't really make sense. It wasn't making sense at all. But I would say she's not really that different from me. I would say she's very calm, very nice, and things happened. I just don't want to explain about it. So if anybody wants to go and watch it, they can go and watch it. I don't want to go too much into it, but the Priyanka was not too different from me, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and then we're coming back because you have to explain a little bit more about Priyanka because you have not given us anything now.
I'm not giving.
You have to give us a little bit of something for us to want to go and watch it. You understand, right, guys? For those of you that are asking if you can ask questions, you can. If you want to ask a question via video link or audio, the link has been pinned to the comment section, so you can just follow the link and obviously you'll be on the show live with us. If not, you can just send in the questions obviously via text during in the comment section, and I'll ask the questions. But if you want to come on video or audio, please feel free to follow the link that has been pinned on the comment section. Thank you very much. All right, so tell us a little bit more about Priyanka. Florence, I've seen 18 of your questions. I will ask them as we go. Okay, thank you. Just like 18 questions. Right. Okay. Please tell us a little bit more about Priyanka as a character, and how is she similar to RAMATU?
Priyanka was married, and I don't want to give away the twist, but I would just say in the beginning she was a nurse basically, and then she lost her job and she met a guy called Eric, who is the lead actor.
Right.
And they fell in love and decided to get married. But Eric's best friend was someone that Priyanka had met initially. So basically, Priyanka was paid to fall in love with Eric and marry Eric, so she can divorce him at some point and then get some of the inheritance because he was really rich. Basically, that's all I'll give you, Mary.
That's why you married him?
That's why I married him, because of money. So I'll marry him and divorce him, and then me and the friend, we can share the money. But you know now how we are, women. When you see money,
I don't know. Stop joining me to this. You know how we are. Stop joining me to this.
Sometimes, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you get into a relationship for certain reason, and then you get to fall in love, and you decide to follow your heart. So that's exactly what happened in this case. So after I met Eric, Eric was a really nice guy.
I answer you one question, just not to spoil it all.
All right, I don't want to spoil
When
it.
you married him, did you eventually fall in love with him?
Yes, I did.
So
that's where the problem.
That's where the problem came. Okay.
Because the friend now was like, okay, this is it. You are with him now. Can you just divorce him and then we just get the money and then just move on? I was like, no, this is my husband. I'm not going anywhere. So he was really pissed off and started to blackmail me. Because
he found out.
Yeah, because for Priyanka, she did not want Eric to know that was the plan, because Eric is a nice guy and she decided to keep Eric for herself. So that's all I can give you, Mary, so that if somebody wants to watch it, they can go and watch it and enjoy it. I will
accept that. I just wanted to know that little something.
Yeah.
Parents, you can ask. It's not Bianca, it's Priyanka.
Priyanka was her name.
Parents, it's not Bianca, it's Priyanka. Okay. No, you can ask questions. Please keep the questions coming in. All right. Now let's head over to, we're crossing border now, okay? To Nigeria, okay? That's where we're going to now. All right, so not the second clip, the third clip where you were pregnant. Were you pregnant?
Yes, I
Were you
was.
pregnant? That's a movie that you filmed in Nigeria.
Mm.
What was the title of that movie?
The wedding. The wedding, I think. Yeah. The
The
wedding.
Wedding. Okay. That was shot in Nigeria. I personally watched the movie. There's quite a few big stars in the movie. Okay. You have the lady that was playing your mom or your mother-in-law.
Aki and Papa's mom. That's how I used to know her for. Aki and Papa's mom.
Honestly, you had Desmond Elliott was also in the movie, I believe, towards the end. Yes. Tell us about that experience, filming in Nigeria, and if you were to compare the work ethic wise, because Nigeria obviously is Nollywood
It's home.
house,
Home.
So tell us about your experience with that.
I would say that was my first production in Nigeria, and things are really different from here. Obviously, here we all have our lives. People have a job, but there, acting is their job, so it's a bit different. And also in terms of the sets, oh my god, they're very professional. And one thing that was really interesting was the fact that while I was traveling, I had like 3 suitcases with me. And I could remember in the morning, I was in my hotel room. Somebody came to, to speak to me. And the person knocked on my door. It was like 6:30. And I'm like, who is that in the morning? And then I opened the door. To my surprise, it was the producer. And he said to me, you have 15 minutes to be outside. The boss is waiting. I'm like, 15 minutes? He said, yes, 15 minutes. 6:45, we are leaving. If you can't make it, you find your way. I'm like, hey, my dear, I don't even know how I was done in 15 minutes. And I have my big suitcase with me. And then we got to the location, and then they introduced me to the lady. They said she's the costumier. I was like, okay. And then she said to me, oh, these are your stuff for every scene. I'm like, okay, so you mean I'm not using my own? She said, no, you're not using your own. We have everything for you for every single scene. And I'm thinking, in the UK, I have to use my own car.
You I
have to use my own clothes, my own jewelries, my own everything. Even sometimes use my own food shop. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So imagine I didn't use anything at all. Every single scene, I was well dressed for that scene. So that was one shocky they gave me. It was really, really interesting. Very different from how it is here. Very, very different. And that 6:45, I'm telling you, when I got into the bus, every single cast member was in that bus. The crew, everybody was in that bus. So it's like we all get to the location at the same time. But here, the director will come to set at 1:00. You come to set by 8. Other cast will start coming by 3. So by the time you start doing your scene, it's 6:00. So it's quite different from what I'm used to in the UK. So it was a very good experience for me, I would say. A very good experience. And then I met a lot of people. And Blossom, he's really, really nice. And he was my brother.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Blossom, that. Blossom was my brother. And my mom, of course, I don't need to introduce you to my mom. Because she's always hyper. She's always hyper. And it was a good experience because basically the movie was about Blossom falling in love with an Igbo girl. So it's the Yoruba thing and the Igbo thing.
Tribalism storyline.
Yeah, so it was really interesting to learn that they are still having issues when it comes to marriage. I really don't understand it, but yeah, it's still happening. So it was an interesting movie, I would say.
Did you feel intimidated being around all those stars?
No, I wasn't. The reason being is that for me, I would say one thing that I always have in my mind is the fact that when you're on a set to work. So all your feelings, all your doubts, your insecurities, all the negative thoughts should just be thrown out of the window. You are there to just be yourself and get the job done. So there are some parts in me I was like, oh my God, see Blossom, oh, see this, see that. But that's not where I'm there for. I'm there to work. So it was normal for me, I would say. It was normal. And oh my God, Desmond Elliott. Desmond is so strict. You can't even be laughing. You can't even be laughing on it.
You have to be very disciplined on the set.
You know, like we are friends. Yeah, we are friends. But I'll tell you, he did not even say 5 words to me on that set. I'll tell you, plain. The whole day, we didn't even speak. Because the only time he will talk to you is when he's
directing.
Trying to explain, something. But apart from that, you don't have any business with him at all. So I was like, wow, this is like really good. Because here, you'll be on set, talking, having anyway, I'll tell you, the experience is not the same. You know what I'm talking about. So the thing that vexed me as I explain, I'm like this. So you already know what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, so the experience shooting in Nigeria is definitely different from here. And it's something that I'll never forget. Never.
Okay. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. And of course, then we're going to play another video of RAMATU's amazing work. And then we're going to come back with more of your questions. Guys, we've got a little under 20 minutes of the show. So, yeah, we'll be right back.
Sponsor a Gambian girl through SAG Foundation. We are placing girls on the path to success through education. Our aim is to realize a Gambia where every girl is given equal access to education to reach their full potential. This is how we do it through our model of affecting generational systematic change. This is Amy. She is not in school, an underprivileged girl excluded from school due to lack of financial support. The SAG Foundation enrolled her into school, and she is equipped with all the essential resources to have a quality education. Amy is now making a difference in her community. Amy is now contributing towards the generational systematic change. Education changes everything for a girl.
So I want to welcome you to class today. Today we're going to be talking about menopause. There are lots of women going through that, and as nurses, I want you to be fully prepared for the patients when they come in. Menopause is a stage that women go through when they get older, and some of you in this class might not have experienced that, but our patients are experiencing it. They can come in with different symptoms, ranging from irritability to weight gain to, forgetfulness. But I want you guys to be able to empathize with them and help them because they're at a stage where no one understands what they're going through. Their husbands don't, their kids don't, their friends don't understand. So I want you to be able to know and recognize those symptoms when they come in and don't just brush them off because they've gone through that stage where people don't know what they're going through and have just said something is wrong. But it's really menopause. And I want them to experience menopause for the better. And as nurses, I'm going to instruct you so that you can help them, so they can feel much better about themselves, because right now, they're not.
And you know he's the manager. I might break something valuable and get a one-on-one with him. I don't mind spending the weekend with him,
I would love a pizza then, you know? Okay, what's so funny? Why are you guys laughing? What's so funny? We're talking about the manager, girl.
Mr. Cuckoo.
And what about him? He sure is fine.
So cute.
He got a brother.
Hey.
Can we change topic now?
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But he's cute, you know.
And very cute. Yes, he has a fine body. Ooh. Hold up.
When I rolled up in my bed and cried, thinking thoughts of suicide, slowly dying, but my friend will ride or die till the end.
So that you're prepared when they happen, and always refer back to your notes when you need to. But I want to thank you for coming to the retreat, okay?
Yes,
Thanks. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Menopausal age, even a baby right when
What is the age range? Well, it differs. It could be from like 40, some people as early as 35. Yeah, but most times it has to do with your family history. So it's a good thing for your mom. If you can have an opportunity to speak with your mom, you can speak to your mom and see. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Speaking of which, what's up with you and that cutie you're trying to avoid?
Hey, I'm not trying to avoid him. I'm only staying in my lane.
Really? Out with it? Out with it?
You know me too well. You know what? I don't know. I am avoiding him. I kind of feel like he's coming on too strong. Why are you laughing?
Is that a bad thing?
It's not?
No, it's not. Like, I would jump at an opportunity to be with a cute guy like him.
Okay, you can have him then.
No, thank you. It's you he wants.
No attention. That is not the kind of guy worthy of my affection. They tell me that.
I wish I would have snatched him when I had the chance.
Hey, listen. Back off, woman. He's all mine.
Whatever. Listen, girl. When the wedding bells ring,
okay, you know what? That is my cue. I gotta go. Hello, welcome back. Was that Perfect Plan 2?
No.
Right, because I was going to say I saw Joseph Benjamin in that one.
Yeah.
What movie was that one?
That one is called To Be Again.
Okay. Was that done here or in America?
That was done in the US, but that was done in Atlanta. So Perfect Plan was shot in Maryland.
Yes.
And then this one was shot in Atlanta.
Okay, during the same time you were there filming?
No. This one was done, I think, 2 years after or so. With this one,
yeah.
So basically, To Be Again is my script, and
this is your script.
It was my script. It was written by Patrick, and so I was having a conversation with Desmond, and I was telling him about this amazing script that this guy wrote for me, and he was like, "Oh, can you tell me more?" And I explained everything to him, and then the first thing that came out of his mouth is like, "Can you sell it to me?" I'm like, "No, I'm not selling." I said, "This is an amazing story, and I don't think I want to sell." So he convinced me, and of course, the offer was too good for me to say no. So I agreed. But initially, Annie was meant to play the other role. So it was
Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing a supporting role. Annie was meant to do the lead role. It was a movie that was meant to be shot in Nigeria. But at that time, she was on another set. And Desmond was having some business engagement in Atlanta during the same period. So we had to move the shooting to Atlanta. So that's how we ended up shooting it in the US.
Right. I was wondering, I was like, they had
American accents. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was shot in Atlanta.
Okay, so what has been your most challenging role and why?
I would say the most challenging one for me was Maid of Docklands. It's not out yet. I will not be able to give more on this one. Reason being, it has not been launched anywhere. So I can
Talk about
only,
your character in it.
yeah, I can only talk about my own.
Yeah.
So the reason why I said that, first of all, it's a TV series. So we did like 2 seasons, which is like 26 episodes. And I was doing the lead in the series in a way. I had more scenes than everybody else. And my character was a bit different from what I'm used to. So
Yeah.
I'm always like, you know, the nice girl, the married woman, or the pregnant
I know, right?
wife, or the obedient wife, you know, like really nice, calm roles.
Yeah.
But this one was a bit different. So this one, first of all, my mom is a single mom, and I was
We've lost the sound there. Okay, I think we're back.
I'm back. All right.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, I was a stubborn child, and one thing that stood out for me is the fact that I was being raped by my mom's boyfriend. So it was an ongoing thing in the series. That's the only thing I'll give away. As I said,
it's a series. It's not a movie,
in the
it's a series.
series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a series. That's what I'm saying. It's like doing lead in a TV series. It's not easy. And as I said, I was being raped by my mom's boyfriend.
Wow.
And she knows about it. And she decided not to be involved. So because of that, I became really, really stubborn, cocky, rude. So it's not my typical kind of role. So I was always like on the edge. I was always partying, getting drunk.
Yeah,
you know,
that was your way
being with
of
different men. So it's like I was a bad girl, completely different from what I'm used to. So I'll say it's the most challenging role for me.
Do you know what? I cannot wait for this because I feel like a lot of, especially us Africans, a lot of the time, if these sexual abuse, I would call it, is going on within the home and the parent, you know, the mom knows, and it's like you're not supposed to say it. No one's going to believe you. Like, so I'm glad a film like this is out. Well, it's about to be out, and you know, people can really learn from the impacts it actually has on the victim.
Yeah, and then I would like to add something else as well. So while I was on that set, because for me, I've never ever been a victim, not anybody around me. So these are just things that I see online or hear from other people, but I've never tried to put myself in the position or put myself in that state of mind. So me being on set and me going through that, you know, and then just bringing all that emotion and that anger, it just made me felt really, really angry. You know, felt really angry about domestic abuse. It's really, really bad. It's really bad.
Very
really
bad.
Very bad. So that movie like opened my eyes, you know, to the reality and how these victims are traumatized. It's awful. It's awful. As I'm even talking about it, I'm feeling really bad. So it's really awful, I would say.
I'm glad you said a little bit on that because this is something that we need to focus on as Africans. We downplay domestic abuse so much. It's unbelievable, you know. So I'm really glad that I personally cannot wait for.
And then most times it happens like with people that you trust, people around you. So in my own situation, my mom was in love with this man. So she couldn't see past that. So she decided to choose him over me. You understand? So these are things that are happening. These are reality stuff that are really happening around us. So it just made me, it just opened my eyes, I would say. It just opened my eyes.
Definitely. I cannot wait, and I'm sure other people can't wait for this. I'll personally be watching it as soon as it's out, guys. We'll put the link or wherever you can watch it via the Elite Media platform and the Sit With Me social media as well. That first question was from Florence. She sent in 4 questions.
Oh Lord.
And 18, I said it. All right, so are you looking to produce your own movie?
That's an interesting question. So, as I said initially, I've had a 7-8 year break from acting, and one thing that I'm planning on doing is to start my own productions. And I have a lot, in stock at the moment. I just don't want to talk about it until it's materialized. I can't really give much on it at the moment. But you already know I have stuff that I'm planning, but I just can't say it out here until the time is right. So yes, definitely, Florence. I'm looking into producing my own movies.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Quickly, because we've only got literally 5 minutes of the show.
Wow.
And there's still so many questions. I know it's gone quick, hasn't it? Because you're like, oh my God, it's got to be an hour. It goes quick. And we still have so many questions that we can't even get through. Guys, I really apologize for if I'm not able to ask all the questions that you guys have sent in. We're just going to ask not saying that the questions are not important, but we're just going to ask the questions that I feel like she has not touched upon, that I know that people would ask later on, right? Because most of the questions are kind of repeating itself, but in a different way. So, being that you're from Sierra Leone, have you done any projects in Sierra Leone?
Not yet. I haven't done any in Sierra Leone, but my first major production is definitely going to be shot in Sierra Leone.
Okay. All right. Cool. I love that. Okay, so quickly, you've got a charity organization, RAMK. Am I correct? Yes. Tell us a little bit about the foundation, what it does, and where it's based.
So it's based in Sierra Leone. I would say at the moment, it's only around Tonko, the Lily district, which is my dad's district where he's from, because there's a saying, charity begins from home. I would say it starts from home. And so what the charity is about empowering women in rural areas with farming. Because what I've realized is that if you want to help people, help them to do something, they'll be able to empower themselves. So for example, people like that, if you want to help them, you help them with something they'll be able to do on their own. So empowering them with farming is something that would be like long term, because that's the only thing they know how to do. So that's what the charity is about, basically. Helping them to farm. So from the produce, they can use the money to do their own stuff.
Okay, I like that. I've just been told that management have given us extra time because people are simply loving the interview. See, left to me, I'm on time.
Look at you.
I'm on time. So it seems that people are loving the interview, of course. This happens every time. It's like when the show is about to go, then we just have all these people swimming in, just coming in last minute. You people need to stop doing last minute business.
Lastminute.com.
Stop doing last minute business, okay? Right. Okay, so since we have a little bit more time, I want you to elaborate more on the foundation and why you decided to focus on women in rural areas that are into farming. Obviously, you said that you wanted them to do something that they can invest in themselves for future. But why
Yeah.
specifically farming, one, and two, why rural areas?
So I'll start with the second point. The reason why I decided to help them is the fact that mostly people focus in big towns, cities, stuff like that. They don't really, focus on people in villages, for an example. So, if there's help, yeah, either from an NGO or wherever, they start from main towns. So I decided to start from the villages upwards. And
Okay.
the reason why I decided to support them with farming, because that's the only thing they know. That's the only thing they are doing. So it's better to help people with something that they already know. So for example, now let's say I go to my dad's village in particular and decide to dash everybody money. They'll just use that money for a day or two and it's done.
Yeah.
But let's say if I decide to buy machines or decide to buy seeds and stuff like that, those are things that they can use, to farm and then gain more than just dashing their money, for an instance. So I decided to do that.
Okay. The questions are just Bron, okay? Behave yourself.
What is Bron saying? Please, I need to hear what Bron is saying.
Bron, behave yourself. Right, okay, so serious question. Olivia has got questions.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
I see.
was it easy breaking into the film industry? That's a question. Was it how was it, or yeah, rather, was it easy breaking into the movie industry? Because you've been in there over 10 years. Am I correct?
I wouldn't say it's easy. It's not easy normally, but for me, I would say it's easy because, as I said initially, it was because of my adopted dad that I went into Nollywood UK, and then with Nollywood Nigeria, it was because of my friend Desmond. So for me, it's because of people that I knew then. But there are other people, for example, if you don't know anybody, you have to definitely have it the hard way.
Yeah.
There is no easy access. You know these things. There is no easy access. Is who you know, basically, I would say. Is who you know.
And of course, you happen to know very big people that are just helping you.
Oh, please.
Don't worry. Guys, I'll post all the pictures and videos she has with all these celebrities that she's working with.
Oh, God.
Be modest, don't mind her. Okay, so Olivia said, are you single?
Okay, Olivia. I'll knock your head for this question. Wait the day I'll see you. At the moment, I am single.
Okay, because this goes aligned with her question. What do you look for in men?
Is this question from Olivia as well?
It is. It goes with it like this.
In sections.
Olivia as well.
Oh, in sections, I can see. What I look for, what I'm looking for in a man. I would say, this one is a hard one because the things that I used to look for in a man 10 years ago are not the same thing that I'm looking for in a man today. And the reason being, as you get older, there are things that you kick out of the box. So there was a time I'll tell you, I'm interested in a 6 feet, dark skin, handsome looking. But now I'll tell you, I'm looking for a God-fearing man, a caring man, a man that loves his family. That's very important to me. I'll explain this because some people will be thinking, why a man that loves his family? First of all, I believe if you don't love and care about your family, or you don't care about where you're coming from, definitely you will not care about where you're going.
Yes.
Because it's not in you. So if you don't like your family and you're not close to the people in your family and you don't care about them, there's no way you will care about the one you are trying to create, because it's not in you, and it's something that will be very difficult for you to do. So for me, I'm someone that loves her family. My family is everything to me. So I wouldn't want to be with someone that doesn't understand these things. So if I love my family and you love yours, whatever I'm doing with mine will not be your concern, because you see it as something normal. So for me, I would say a God-fearing man, a caring man, and a man that loves his family. Olivia, I hope I've answered your question.
I hope so too. She's actually got one more question. My phone has gone off, guys,
Okay.
because the question is just coming in. So
It's just coming in. Okay.
My phone has gone off. We're gonna try and pin the questions on the screen so everyone can see it. Well, the other question that she asked was, what do you think about UK Nollywood?
I think, first of all, the one thing I would say, we need to be united and we need to be supportive of each other. Another thing I would say is that we need a lot of learning to do.
Yes.
So I'll just leave it like that. I'm not going to say more than that. Just those 3 things I would say.
Right. Okay. So, hold on, guys, I'm trying to really think about remember the questions, all right. Bron said, you guys, they look take away with a mic. Well done.
No, thank you.
That's what she said. And then she said, for juice. What are wrong? Bro, I don't understand. Okay. What perception is given to women in the industry?
Can you say that again?
What perception is given to women in the industry?
In what sense?
Coming into the industry, what do they make
of a woman
look like in a woman's eyes when you're coming in? I'm thinking.
Yeah. I think that person needs to elaborate on that question.
What perception is given to women in the industry? So, being a woman in the industry, right? I'm thinking, yes, if you can elaborate on that, but what perception is given to women in the industry?
It could mean so many things. It could mean so many things.
In a sense of, this is a male-dominated industry. Entertainment is a male-dominated industry. Women are not taken as seriously as men, right?
Okay.
Sometimes women have to do more things.
Okay, so from that direction, basically.
I'm guessing from that direction, because that's the only other direction I'm thinking it could go.
Okay. First
more
of
so
all,
on the advice side of upcoming young girls in the industry as well.
All right. What I would say with this is that being a female in this world is not even easy in the first place than talking about an industry. So I would say, if acting is something that you're interested in, you need to be serious about it. You need to be serious about yourself, first of all. And you need to make up your mind about what you want to achieve. Because there are so many things that will be thrown at you. You know? But if you respect yourself and you respect your talent, you respect people around you, you definitely go into it with a clear mind. And you know that you don't have to give anything to get anything. If your talent is not enough, then there's a problem somewhere. And that shouldn't be your problem, definitely, if you know what I'm saying. So you don't have to give anything, because that's how they make you feel, that for you to get roles, you have to do this or do that. No, you don't have to do anything.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've been asked to do something for a role?
Yeah. Directly and indirectly. But for me, I always knew that being an actress alone in my life was not an option for me. I just knew I wanted to be more. So in the sense that I wanted to be in a position wherein I will be the one to control my acting, not the other way around. So I want to be in a place in my life wherein I'll get to choose who I work with, choose what I do, the type of roles that I take. So for an example now, as I said initially, that was the reason why I decided to take a break. I needed to build something else. So for now, let's say since last year, sets have been banned. No one is shooting. So imagine if I was someone that was only depending on that. It would have been a disaster. So I'm in a position where I get to choose. So if I say, okay, fine, I don't want to act for the next 12 months. That's my business. At least I have something else I can fall back on. So as I said, go into it with a clear mind, have a vision. Let your ambition drive you into positive things only. I'll say positive things only. Because if you go into it with a clear mind, then you know exactly what to do. So when people try to force you or try to lure you into doing things that you know you're not meant to be doing, you can always say no. You have the power to do that. So I would say, as a female in the industry, you just need to know what you want and how to go about it, I would say.
Okay. All right. Bronze, I was responding to Aliva's question. What do you look for in a man? I'm looking for juice in men. Bron.
Bron, go away, please.
Okay. So, can fame and money ruin your career?
Can fame and money ruin my career? No. Fame and money will make me more famous, so it can't ruin my career.
It
because
depends.
then, pardon?
Say it depends how you would manage it when you say.
Yeah, that's
too much fame sometimes can ruin someone. Too much money sometimes can ruin someone.
Yeah, it depends how you manage both. I would say, because again, in this game, if you have money, it helps you. Because if you have money, you have options. You can become a producer. You can become an executive producer. You can decide to choose your roles, because at the end of the day, you have the bill to fit all of that. So having more money in the industry, I think, would be helpful.
Definitely. Okay, so we're gonna ask you a couple more questions. 2 more questions, and because if we sit here, the questions are just coming in. We'll never get off. Okay. All right. So do you have any projects coming up? Any upcoming projects, especially in Sierra Leone? I know you said your first major project is going to be in Sierra Leone, but what are we expecting? And how soon? Because we're hungry for more RAMATU on our screen.
To be very, very honest with you, Mary, I don't really like to talk about my plans, my future plans. As I said initially, I like to talk about things when they have materialized or when they are in the stage of execution, I would say. This project, you already have an idea of what it's about, because you've seen some bits and pieces of it. I would say, by the grace of God Almighty, I'm praying for things to happen for me. I'm praying for God to bless my pocket so this can happen. But one thing I would say, this is something that will blow everyone's mind. And it's something that has to do with rape, I would say. The script is done. It's done. And it took about 9 months, and with 4 different script writers. I got 2 from Sierra Leone and then 2 from Nigeria. So it's a big project. I just don't want to give anything away, but I will definitely at some point in time get to talk about it, but definitely not now, because I'm still working on things at the moment.
We'll definitely get her back on the show for her to talk more about it. I'm even itching to say something about the script.
If I catch you.
I'm not going to. Okay, so one final question. What advice would you give upcoming actors, especially upcoming female actors in the industry, especially coming from an African background as well?
I think I've answered that question earlier. I would say, as I said initially as well, go in with a clear mind. Let your talent be enough. If your talent is not enough, then no, that's not something for you, because as I said, you don't need to give anything to get anything, you know. And secondly, my advice, because I'm speaking from experience, always find something else to fall back on, because acting will never pass. Let's say you're in your 20s and you've decided to become an actress. If it's not working for you, you can always leave and come back. There are actors and actresses that are in their 50s and in their 60s and they are killing it. So it's never too late. So it's not a do or die affair. I'll tell you, if anyone is watching me and you're interested in becoming an actress and it's not working for you at the moment, don't come and kill yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's something that will not pass. You can always go back into it at any point in your life. So make sure you go into it with a clear mind. And as I said, I'll stress on that. Let your talent alone be enough. If it's not, then it's not for you.
There's a problem somewhere.
There's a problem somewhere, and it should not be you.
RAMATU, oh my God, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. One last question, right, before we go. Who's your favorite actor? That's my last question. That's from me.
Who is my favorite? Like the ones I've worked with, or
both. From the ones that you've worked with, who has been your favorite of all time? And if it's not that person, who is the person that you'd like to work with?
My favorite, I would say, would be Joseph Benjamin. You know, he's very chilled, very calm, very Christian, very good looking as well. So I would say he's my favorite. And then one I would like to work with, RMD.
I know, right?
Can't wait for him to be my dad, or to him to be like my sugar daddy or something. No, not uncle. Not
I don't want
uncle.
sugar.
No, something
Father.
Something fatherly, you know. I can't wait for that. Yeah. Because I've been watching him since I was a little girl. So it would be a pleasure and an honor to work with him. So that's somebody that I'm looking forward to working with.
I know.
Yeah, you are thinking about it now. And you think it makes sense.
It's not now. If you go to my interviews, they actually put it on. Oh, Marie would like to work with. It's there.
It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream.
It is. It's something. Honestly, throughout my whole career, he is one person that I'm like.
And let me just add this. As I said initially, acting is something you can always come back to and kill it. You see that man, he has been doing it since, and there was a period he just disappeared, and then he reappeared and took over the game. You see him at 60. See how he looks. So don't come and kill yourself, because at the end of the day, you can always come back. So your comeback will even be greater than before. So don't worry.
And your starting point. So we are waiting for you to come back.
Oh, Marie, don't worry. Don't worry now. It's cooking. It's cooking in the pot. Don't worry.
It's never done.
It's never.
Sis, the thing has been cooking.
No, it's cooking. Don't worry. It's cooking. It's cooking. It will happen by the grace of God.
How long are we supposed to wait for this cooking?
I would say a year, because this is a big project, and I don't want to be in a rush, you know. So definitely it will happen. You already know. You already know how big this is. So don't be doing your face like that.
Okay, guys, thank you so much to RAMATU coming onto the show. Thank you very much to management that gave us extra time, you know. Guys, I'm sorry we could not go through all the questions, of course. But RAMATU, we're gonna allow RAMATU to post herself and let us know her social media handles. So any other questions that you guys want to ask her, please feel free to go into her DM and ask her these questions. I don't know which question. I don't know the questions. Okay, it's none of my business. Okay. So Ramatu, please plug yourself. How can we find you on your social media handles, please?
So on Instagram and Facebook, it's at RAMATU_official. And yeah. So also I have a show, Get Real with MK, every Sunday at 8 p.m. If you want to spend time with me, yeah, that would be a great time, because there I get to interact with my family, friends, and my fans, of course. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at RAMATU_official.
There you have it, guys. And if you didn't get that, you can always follow the Sit With Me social media. All her social medias are tagged on her flyer for today. Guys, thank you so much for keeping it locked on the show. We will be back tomorrow, not next week, not day after. Tomorrow, okay? We've got double trouble this week. Tomorrow we're live with Mike Jada, if I have it say correctly. Yes, we're live with Mike Jada tomorrow at 7:30, not 6:30, 7:30 p.m. So make sure you are live. Thank you so much, Ramatu, for accepting the honor, the invitation to come on the show with me. It's been a pleasure. Always has been. Obviously, anything I do, you know, it's your home. So whatever you need us to post, promote, please do send it to us. We will do it on Elite Media and Sit With Me as well. Guys, thank you so much. It's time for us to go. I'm your host, Marie. As always, we'll be back tomorrow at 7:30. Thank you. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, my angel. It's really cold here. What are you doing out?
I just needed some fresh air. It's really boring inside.
No, it's too cold.
I know.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, who were you talking to?
Oh, that. I was on the phone with my friend. I just told her that the baby is fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why are you giving me that look?
Grace, my daughter, God bless you. Thank you so much. Please, where is my grandson? Where is my grandson? Oh, sleeping. Let me go and get him. Get him for me. Get him for me. Hey, can you? Oh, my boy. Hey, hey. Eternal legacy. All those that said that we would not continue this dynasty, they have seen shame today. My enemies, even the enemies from my forefathers that thought I would die and not see my grandchildren, God has put them to shame. God, thank you. God has put them, my daughter, God will bless you. I thank you for seeing this day, for removing the shame from my heart. When I saw these gifts, I know that you have good childbearing gifts. Because my son, you know, I know my son has no problem, but this your needs, I need will bring forth children more and more. After this one, twins, legs, triplets. This is my back.
Sponsor a Gambian girl through SAG Foundation. We are placing girls on the path to success through education. Our aim is to realize a Gambia where every girl is given equal access to education to reach their full potential. This is how we do it through our model of effecting generational systematic change. This is Amy. She is not in school, an underprivileged girl excluded from school due to lack of financial support. The SAG Foundation enrolled her into school, and she is equipped with all the essential resources to have a quality education. Amy is now making a difference in her community. Amy is now contributing towards the generational systematic change. Education changes everything for a girl.